Hello, I call this the Amazing Grace warm-up. When I start to warm up, I like to meet my voice where it is. And one of the ways I like to do that is to just start out by singing Amazing Grace, a tune that we all know and love. This warm up is designed for you to do it with me, so feel free to sing along and do the stretches as I do them and describe how to do them. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now am found. Was blind, but now I see. So next I'm going to stretch out my neck muscles. And to do this, I'm going to take my left hand and I'm going to cross it and put it in my right back pocket so that I start to get a stretch here. Then I'm going to take my right hand and my right arm and touch my ear and slightly pull so that there's a nice stretch down here. Only go as far as you're comfortable, but it should be that good stretch kind of pain, if you know what I mean. If you get bored, you can sing Amazing Grace. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now am found. Was blind, but now I see. Go ahead and switch sides. Right hand, left back pocket, left arm curved around, touch your ear and gently pull. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now am found. Was blind, but now I see. Keeping your left hand, your right hand in your left pocket, let's go ahead and take the palm of your hand and put it on the top of your head and gently pull down and stretch here so you feel your back muscles stretching. You're seated as you do this exercise, if you are seated. Allow your pelvis to respond to these movements. You should feel some stretching in your lower lumbar spine. And go ahead and roll forward and backwards on your pelvis and your hip bones, just to make sure everything is nice and loose. Keep your feet planted on the floor this whole time, about shoulder width apart. And some deep breaths in and let it out on a vocalized sigh. Now we're going to roll the head slightly over here. Left hand, right pocket. Bring your palm up and just gently pull down, stretching the left neck and shoulder muscles. You might notice it feels different on one side or the other. You might be tighter on one side or the other. And really just with each of these exhales, let it go. You can drop your hands now and move your hands back and just let your head dangle where it is and do some slow neck rolls. If you hear some creaks and pops, don't worry about it. That's just your neck doing its thing. And eventually float back up. This whole time, you want to kind of imagine that there's an invisible string pulling you up, much like Asti here, who just hangs right off that thing. His bones are nice and just flowing down to the floor. So the next part is you're going to start by giving your face a really good massage. And actually, you can start with your scalp and your head, just lightly moving it along, feeling the sensations. We're encouraging vibration here and resonance. Then come around to the top of your forehead, and you're just going to lightly massage the crown down to the temples and the ears, into the eyes a little bit, and the forehead, coming down below the eyes to the eye sockets and to the sinuses. And give those a nice rub down. And let it go on a vocalized sigh. Coming to the temples here, massage. Allow your mandible, your lower mandible, your jaw to start to loosen. Gently or as hard as you want, but gently at first. And then I take the palms of my hands, or the heels of my hands rather, and place them right at that joint, the mandible joint. And you're going to glide them down to really release your jaw. It's important to do this manually with your hands and not reflexively with your jaw. In other words, not doing this, but just starting with a loose jaw and then manipulating it with your hands. And it should spring back up. Do that a couple times. And if at any point you're tempted to yawn, go for it. Yawning is our friend. Vocalists, singers, speakers, we yawn all the time because it flexes our soft palate. So at this point, go ahead and take a good yawn since we're talking about it. Big old stretch. And now we're going to massage our neck a little bit, starting with the left side and the right hand. And coming around to the right side, and then repeating the other way around. Loosening up the neck muscles, getting the blood flowing, and again, encouraging resonance all along the spine. Get your shoulder muscles in there, work out any knots. Now we're just going to open up the chest cavity with some good old-fashioned vocalized sighs on ma. The vowel ah is one of the most relaxed vowel sounds you can make. And when you combine it with ma, the sound is a humming sound. So it really starts to open up these resonating chambers, in particular your chest resonance, which is one of the strongest. Wet your lips. Nice deep breath in. Let it out on ah. You can pretend you're Julie Andrews. The hills are alive. Ma. Do that a couple times. Ma. Now we're just going to shake out the arms, let them loose, pad them a little bit, and pound our chest out a little bit. The sides of your rib cage, and the back. You can make your hands like this so you're hitting your back with that. Now reach over here just to the bottom of your rib cage and take some nice sharp breaths in with your nose, feeling how your rib cage expands. Let it out. Don't worry if your voice does weird things. It's loosening up, it's warming up, it has a mind of its own. Each time you release, you want to let your belly go. Let those abdominal muscles relax. That's going to help get all the air out. And stay on voice the whole time. Other side. You can start to hear my voice evening out. Excellent. Now we're going to start warming up our articulators. These are our lips, our teeth, and our tongue. Our lips, our teeth, and our tongue. And we're going to start inside by giving the inside of our mouth a good massage with our tongue. This is going to start to produce some saliva. And just like yawning, saliva is our friend. We need saliva to lubricate our throat, to make sure that the vocal cords are nice and responsive and lubricated and warm. Otherwise, that's where we really start to feel that dry voice. We start to cough, all of those unpleasantries. So with your tongue on the inside of your mouth, in front of your teeth and behind your lips, behind your teeth, curling your tongue towards the back of your throat like that. Wetting your lips and doing some motorboats. Let it all out. Finally, we're going to articulate our sound using all three, the lips, the teeth, and the tongue. Again, wetting our lips, producing saliva, drinking tea, water, those things help a lot. Coffee is a dehydrator, and so is alcohol. So for maximum saliva production, we want water or tea. Juices have sugar, which are dehydrating as well. Sparkling water is fine, but it might give you the hiccups or cause you to burp, which you may not want to do if you're singing or performing. So these are some tongue twisters that I like to do to really just warm up the articulators and get my lips, teeth, and tongue nice and responsive. This first one is budagada. These are plosive sounds, and these are designed to help your lips be really responsive as well as the back of the throat. Budagada, 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 budagada. And you'll notice too that I'm really allowing my mouth muscles and lip muscles to go full on. So don't be afraid to smile all the way. Budagada, 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 budagada. And then I like to reverse it too. Gada bada, gada bada, gada bada, gada bada, gada bada. This next one is also plosives, and these are on the letter T and P, which have the same are very similar tongue positions as budagada, but are a little bit sharper articulated. We're going to do it on Topeka and Bodega just to feel the difference. Topeka, Bodega. Topeka, Bodega. Topeka, Bodega. Topeka, Bodega. So really feel the difference between t and d. T, d, t, d. Topeka Bodega, Topeka Bodega, Topeka Bodega, Topeka Bodega. Reverse. Bodega Topeka, Bodega Topeka, Bodega Topeka, Bodega Topeka. A similar sounds that can often get mushy are the differences between the S and the Z sounds. So to warm up my articulators for this, I like to do sushi chef and choose orange shoes. Sushi chef, sushi chef, sushi chef, sushi chef, sushi chef, sushi chef. Choose orange shoes. Choose orange shoes. Choose orange shoes. Choose orange shoes. Great. Stretch out one more time. Yawn. Let it out. Little neck circles. And we'll finish up on Amazing Grace. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now am found. Was blind, but now I see. So after doing those warm-ups, my voice is a lot more relaxed. And you might notice too that I had a little bit more fun singing it. I was able to do some vocal runs. I once, rather than I once was lost. So I can start to have some more fun improvising with the melody and just enjoying the singing more. So always start with the vocal warm-up routine. This one was called Amazing Grace, and we'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.